Hello everyone, hello, hope you're doing okay, Chocolo here, but not for a video review. Well, it is for a video review, but not for a regular one, it's for the Freddo special. Yeah, so, those who don't know, Freddo is kind of like, it used to be known as a sort of Tazbar in the UK. Used to be based on a Tasmanian Devil Looney Tunes character. I assume Cadbury lost the license, so they replaced it with their own mascot called Freddo, which is a chocolate frog essentially, or a frog instead. Yeah, and they've basically been like that for about, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years. I don't know how long it's been, but quite some time is the gist of it. Now, you might think, well, how on earth are we going to do a live review of something that's quite small? Because the regular, Freddo is nothing more than this, basically. It's just a very small, chocolate frog, chocolate basically. But there are limited editions, special editions and discount editions of Freddo that we're going to go through today. So there's going to be quite a few of them actually. So you might be surprised as to what we'll do today. Yeah, so obviously we probably will have to start, we will have to start with the regular one, because why not? Yes, hope you're doing alright. It's a nice day today. Well, not a nice day, but it's a brighter day today than normal. It's definitely getting more into spring for sure. It's still winter in the UK, but it's definitely getting there. The weather's turned out to be a lot nicer as far as the light's concerned. It's remaining lighter for longer, and it's lovely actually, because I was at this point when I'd look outside about just a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 at most, it would have been pitch black outside, but it's actually quite nice now, so not too bad at all. So yeah, all right. So I think we need to let's have a look at the regular Freddo so we can see what we're up against basically. So I did actually go and get this today. I realised I'd better have the regular Freddo for doing a live review on Freddo special. So I did go and get it, so there we go, you can see it there. It's not a bit too dramatic, right? There's quite a lot of flourishes, to be honest with you. I know, remember Alan Lockhart's one, a very big fan of these actually. But he did mention, and let's talk about the Cadbury, what are they called, nougat bars, whatever they're called, that have just come out, and they're basically 91 calories a bar. Well, these ones are 95 calories for this, so when you put that into perspective, they're not too bad, those chocolate bars. But I guess there's a lot of air in the nougat and things. So let's have a look. So I'll just show you the blurb on the back. 18 grams. There we go. Nothing too dramatic going on. Milk in it. Palm fat or palm oil, one or the other, or both. Got some stuff there. So what does it actually say? 100 grams, 530 calories per 100 grams, 30.5 grams of fat, 18.5 which is saturated. Suited for vegetarians. The Queen approves. Still got the Queen symbol there. Yeah, so interesting. Yeah. All right, so let's give it a bit of an open and see what it's actually like. So you will see there's massive flourishes. It's basically, I think it's dairy milk, isn't it? Yeah, it's actually labelled as dairy milk. So it's kind of like a block of dairy milk, but in a chocolate frog form. So you can see there. Actually looks like it's a Freddo the Frog. Looks a bit like Jabba the Hutt in a way, actually, to be honest with you. A caricature of Jabba the Hutt, if anything. Yes, there you go. Could argue suspicious mould parting in the central bottom there, but we'll look over that. Yeah, so I mean, I guess it's a Jabba the Hutt or a frog. I don't know. Depends what you're. I mean, it looks like Jabba the Hutt, doesn't it? There's no two ways about it. I mean, I guess that looks more like a frog there, but this actually looks like Jabba the Hutt. So, so fair enough. All right, so there we go. So what have we got? Let's see. Where's the? Give it a bit of a measuring, shall we? You know what it's like. Looks okay. I think it looks all right, but let's give it a go. All right, let's have a see. The width is about 6.5. Hi there, Rick. How are you doing? Yes. Yeah, Jabba the Hutt for sure. I take it you think it looks more like Jabba the Hutt than the frog. Watching you. Well, nothing too much this week actually. Got a few chocolates actually. Did get quite a lot of chocolates this week, which I put into Stash Watch. But yeah, typical things pretty much as normal. Yeah, to be honest with you, just do quite well with the channel, keeping up with things. Got a, let's say, look back coming tomorrow. Going to review, got a film, and the January update as well. So yeah, it's going quite well. How about you, Rick? Anything new in your life? What's going on? About 6.5. Let's say that was in between the legs. So if I do it right at the end, about 6.6. An extra millimetre there. So it looks all right, doesn't it? There's nothing too dramatic going on with it. I think you'd say it's quite normal. It's just, it's quite flat as well. I guess if you doubled these up, it'd be pretty good. Yes. Did I book appointments at the Choco dentist? I know I should have done, shouldn't I? That's a photo Rick put in into Discord. Yeah, something. I don't know, what is it actually, Rick? What actually is it? Is it actually a dentist or is it actually chocolate related? Yeah. We're going to new bike. Ah, see, okay. You see, yeah. So what speeds can you go up to on that? Look, you see loads of kids with various scooters and things, but I'm assuming yours is a bit more high tech than theirs. All right, so yeah, don't know if there's much more to say about this one particularly. Really, I think we just need to give it a bit of a taste. Probably snap it now. It's just solid chocolate is the gist of it. So that's yeah, give it a go. Obviously, just before I have one last look at the mould of it. It does say Freddo on it as well. Yeah, not yeah. Anyway, okay. All right, let's give it a bit of a taste. Mm. 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 Should have had a spare plate to put this on, but it's disappeared. Mm. Not about that really. Mm. It's basically a nice dairy milk chocolate. Really, it's pretty good. Dairy milk's a 4 out of 5. I think it's a bit thinner. Let's say I know some members of the channel really like it. Alan Lockhart in particular is very much a fan of it. I think for me, it's okay really, is the gist of it. It's basically just a nice way of having a little bit of chocolate without going too overboard, I think. But it's still 91 calories, or 95, whatever it was. I think it was 95, wasn't it? Yeah, 95 calories, it does say at the bottom there. It's not too bad though. But yeah, I think it's a good baseline. I think dairy milk is generally a 4 out of 5. I think that's, I don't know, I think doubled up it would be a bit more than a 4 out of 5, just being a bit thicker really. But I think the way it stands at the moment, I don't know, maybe it's a 4. But I think for me, it's just the fact that it's a bit too thin for me. I still quite like it, but I think it'd just be nice if it was a bit thicker. So I think for me, despite the fact dairy milk is a 4 out of 5, I think this one's probably a 3.5 out of 5. But good for keeping, sort of like a limit on how much chocolate you're having, I guess. So it's not too bad. It's a good baseline. It's not bad. 3.5 out of 5. Purely because it's a bit thinner. And I think the design could be slightly better, But there we go. Yeah. It's a real dentist. Just an odd name to attract attention, I guess. Any weirdly places in English goes in Asia. Okay, right, I see. Choco dentist. Well, I guess, I guess it makes you sort of think about, I don't know, sorting out sort of sweet issues with teeth, I guess. This Halloween size, yeah, it probably is a perfect Halloween present. This actually, yeah, I don't know if you do actually, but they should do Halloween editions of them, shouldn't they? Yeah, they should do. Yeah. All right, so where'd you go on from the regular one? Well, then those fans of the actual product will probably know you've got the regular, yes, dairy milk Freddo, but with caramel this time, 97 calories. So not bad. That only 2 more calories for a one with caramel in the middle. And you could argue that would, why would you ever get the regular one? Well, I mean, it still says dairy milk as well, so it's not too bad at all. So it does look quite interesting. That's a 19.5 grams. What's the weight of the other one? It's heavier than the other one as well. The other one was 18. So, it's not like the scrimping on the amount of it you get. So it's not bad. Fair trade as well it's got. Presumably it's got palm oil in there. Have a quick look. Yeah, palm fat in there. Palm fat at least anyway. Yeah, not bad. Equivalent to 426 millilitres of milk. If I can read it, it's just not focusing in for whatever reason. I don't know why. It doesn't like to do it sometimes. If I put my finger there, it does it. 126 millilitres of fresh liquid milk and every 227 grams of milk chocolate. Well, there's not 227 grams, and this is 19.5. Not necessarily chocolate as well. And then we've got the 100 grams there. 496 calories per 100 grams, 26 grams of fat, 15 of which are saturates. Yeah, that's what I reviewed as the old design, unless they've changed them again. Now I bought it today, so I don't know unless it's been old in the shop, but I actually bought it today. So I don't know. I think it was still in. 29th of the 11th, 2023 is the sell by date. Yeah, I actually only bought it today, so yeah, don't know. Unless they've changed them again. But the year ago, so they changed look different than that inside. They must have changed them again, I assume, unless. Well, as I say, the sell by date is 2023 November. So yeah, but good to see you, Andrew. Hope you're doing all right. Yes, like gravestone shaped, instead of it being shaped like Freddo the Frog. It's a slide with a picture on Freddo on. Yeah, see. Well, we'll see what this one's like anyway. But I bought both of these today. Both got the same sell by date on them. Yes. These come in a multi-pack. You can buy them in a multi-pack. These ones didn't come in one, but you can buy them. They're just like a sort of a cheap, sweet. Sometimes you get. It used to be like 10p when I was younger, but they're 25p now. They're just ones that like kids can buy with a pocket money. Basically, it's that kind of sweet. Any caramel filled ones? Well, I don't know if you wrote this before, but yes. Yeah, there we go. And you have the old dairy milk logo on them too. It's all in capitals now, but they have a long date one. Yeah, well, I don't know. It could be the older ones then. I don't know. But I did buy them today, very much today, so I don't know. Yeah, not sure. Interesting. Yes. Right, let's have a bit of an open then. Let's see. Yeah, interesting. Well, hopefully it's a better design anyway. But yeah, it does look like Jabba the Hutt for sure. So I don't know if they have changed it, then I think that's a very good idea. Right, so not bad then. There you go. So you got the same design again. This time possibly with caramel in the middle, you'd hope. Let's give it a bit of a measure, and just for completeness' sake, in case we review this in isolation, but I imagine it's exactly the same. 6.5. Between 6.6. 6.7 now, actually. And the width, did we do the width before? Might have done. 3.5. And height, it's a bit knobbly, but roughly the height, about 7.7, so about 8mm. It's not bad. Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm glad if they have improved the design, because it doesn't look anything like they did on the fronts. Yeah, the original Freddo you did, just the milk one, has the old Dermot Logue one. Yes. Yeah, new shape too. Possibly, yeah, possibly. Yeah, mind you, in fact, you know what? Possibly, yeah, it could be. Looks like it. I mean, I bought them in two places actually. I bought the, I think I bought them both at the same place, but I bought the original one in Asda, and they didn't have the caramel, so I had to go somewhere else to get the caramel one. So I did buy them in two different places. So yeah, it's strange how both of them, you know, don't have a new one, especially if you said it changed a year or so ago. Interesting that, but it does make you wonder. That's a long time. Yeah, long time that. To go, you would have, you would have thought they would have changed by now. You know, being that long ago, but I don't know. You never know. But it does seem a long time if they changed it a year or so ago, for it still to be there and to have such a long date on it. So it is a strange one, that. So I wonder if they have changed it by, like you say, but I wouldn't. It seems odd, that. It does seem something strange, that, really. Yeah, it does seem very strange, especially as the supermarkets as well. They usually go through the stock quite quickly. But I did almost buy the pack of them. There was a pack of 3, but I didn't buy the pack of 3 because I already got the individual one. But yeah, interesting. That interesting. All right, so let's have a look at this one then. I'll give it a bit of a snap. I won't chop it with the knife. Let's see. So hopefully, oh yes, look at that. Yes, there you go. There we are. So you can see. Hopefully, if it's, yeah, there we go. Look at that. So filled with caramel. So not bad. You can see it's slightly. Well, you could see it's like running before it decided to focus in on my face. Yeah, so it's seeping out slowly, isn't it? You know, quite a bit of caramel there. I think that's pretty good. That, all in all, to be roughly the same calories as well and the same weights, if not slightly heavier. Pretty good, although it does make you think maybe the calories are in the chocolate, perhaps. Yes. Oh. Yeah, let's have a look at the new design. Let's have a see. You posted one in Discord, you say, Andrew. Let's have a look. Yeah, it does look a bit. I'll try and save it. Hang on. Let's have a see. That's just taken a while to get through, but it does look a lot better. I'll just show it to. Let's have a look. Hang on a second. Hang on. If I can. Give me a second to save it. It does look a lot better though. Actually, like the character should do. There you go. Whoop, it's a bit big. Hang on. But yeah, I did buy them today. Exactly today. There you go. Yeah, that's a lot better. As Andrew mentioned, the Dairy Milk logo is in slightly different font as well, or typeface, however you want to say it. Yeah, certainly is a lot better, and the face less Jabba the Hutt like for sure. More like, well, I guess it's, you know, still a bit of a dubious design, I guess, but it looks more like a frog, that's for sure. But more background, I guess. They'd made it fill out the whole thing, didn't they? Yeah, before. Interesting, that, yeah. But strange how it's not filtered through. I can't see them changing back to that other design rather than that one, you know. So yeah, strange how it's just staying out there for a long time. Interesting, yeah. You would have bought 10 of them, I see. Well, normally, yeah, normally, Rick, I would buy quite a few, but the problem is, because I have to review so much chocolate as well, I can't generally just buy the same thing more than once, you know, that's the problem, because I never eat it, that's the problem. So it is one of those. But yeah, so sorry, Andrew, I thought I'd mentioned that before. On Discord, you put the original. Yeah, so there we go, yeah, thanks for that, Andrew, yeah, thank you. So it just goes to show, but it does make you wonder, doesn't it, how long, I mean, it's quite good in a way that they've got quite a lot of time between them going off, presumably, or I don't know, unless they recall that design or never did it, or only did it for a limited time and stopped it for some reason. And yeah, I can't see why that would have been the case though, but maybe they did. You mean for yourself? Yes. Honestly, yes. Well, no, fair enough, yeah. Good afternoon, Oda, good afternoon, hope you're doing alright, good to see you. Let's give this one a taste then, let's have a see. In fact, you know what, you see how far the caramel goes through to the, why not, let's see, does it go all the way through to the, to the end of it. Let's have a look. Sort the knife out. See here. Yeah, it goes pretty far, doesn't it? You can see. Whoop. Let's have a look. Yep, goes quite far. That goes quite far all the way through it. So you can quite tell again if it wants to focus in. That's not bad. That yeah, it goes quite to the edge. So that's pretty good. All right, let's give it a go. This is not bad at all. This one. It's basically dairy milk caramel. Yeah, it's really nice. Not bad at all. That it's basically dairy milk caramel, obviously in a smaller format, but it's pretty good. That actually, it's nice. It's just like as you'd expect it again to be. It's a pretty good job, and as well to have sort of similar calories and things. Would you rather have this than the 91 calorie snack bar type affairs that they do? I don't know. This one's a lot smaller and a lot more indulgent. I think that's one of them, to be honest with you. You know, it's just the fact that yeah, it's just quite small, I think, but it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be a little snack for kids. You know, quite small in calories. You can see just how many calories there are, and it's pretty good actually. And as I say, to not really expand on the calories or anything, but still provide that lovely sort of caramel taste. It's basically, as I say, Cadbury dairy milk caramel, nice buttery caramel, and it's really nice actually. That one, I think, again, it's just quite small, but that's what it's meant to be. I think for me, it's almost a 4.5, but I think just the fact that it's a bit smaller. I think I'm going to say 4 out of 5. It's nice. It's nice though. It ticks the boxes definitely, and it's a good small size and easy to manage. And you can just have one of them. You know, it's one of those. Yeah. Yeah. Once you had review now the design when they had them when I was a kid. Yeah, but it used to come in a shiny block yellow wrapper. Yeah. Yeah, I remember it used to be all yellow. Well, that was basically based on I think it's when the Tazzies when they replaced Tazzies basically they used to have all the yellow wrapper as well, and also the Cadbury caramel wasn't dairy milk branded as well. So that's why you see. Yeah, I think that's why they used to just be all yellow. Interesting though, interesting, yeah. But yeah, it shows how long that design was for. They just kept it for ages. But yeah, interesting how they've how the other one's still around. I would just wonder whether they've. It just seems odd that you say they changed it a year ago, and that's still going around. You know, with a long sell-by date still on it. So I wonder whether they've just gone back on it. But I can't see why they do that. But it does seem very strange that there's definitely something about that. Should have bought more, yes. Well, as I say, unfortunately, I just don't have the room to it. You know, I'd love to. The only time I did buy something for myself, really, rather than just relying on what I was treating myself to what I reviewed, was actually more of those Mars strawberry smashes, or raspberry smashes, rather. They were the only time, I think, in recent past 2 years or so, that they were actually things I'd bought just to enjoy for myself, you know, not to review them first. I mean, obviously, the things I review first, generally, I will still enjoy, but yeah, unfortunately I just can't. I don't have the calories to spare for enjoying, you know, just buying things to enjoy. But it's not a problem, Jerry. It may sound worse than it is because obviously I do enjoy all the other things. But yeah, but I've still got more. Don't you worry, because I've got all the rest of them to go through yet. We've only done 2 yet, so yeah. When I was buying Freddos last year, they were always that new design, like a block with a picture of Freddo instead of actually being the shape of the character. What was that new design, like a block with a picture of Yeah, I don't know, that's strange then, isn't it? Yeah, that's strange then. I wonder if they've either make it in different locations and some locations are still having the old mould or something. Very strange that. Yeah, I don't know what the answer to that is, but it does seem odd, doesn't it? And I know, Jen, great to see you. Jen, how are you doing today? How's your chocolate situation going and what you've been up to? Yeah, great to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, sure. Pretty sure it's different for multi-packs. Yeah, perhaps that's what it is, Oda. Was it a multi-pack one you got, Andrew? Was it single? Maybe that could be it. That could be the difference, maybe. That is weird. That would explain it, though. Yeah, thanks, Oda. Good thought there. Yeah, they look nice. Are the Mars readily available there? Well, basically, they're not. The answer's not really. You get them in B&M, and I think they kind of just go through what they've got. Is the gist of it. So I saw they had a massive. They just got a load back in just before Christmas, I think it was. And I think, you know, and I could tell with the other stock that they got in, it seemed to be just stuff they either found or was in a warehouse somewhere that had been damaged. I mean, these ones weren't damaged, but they had a load of other things that were basically, you know, the older stuff that had come back in and clearly were a bit damaged, you know. So I don't know if they just found a warehouse somewhere full of stuff. So yeah, they're an Australian one, unfortunately. So yeah, the raspberry one. It's very good, that one. Very good, very good. It was really nice, that. If you saw the top 10 chocolates of last year, You'll notice it was quite high up. I went off my diet again yesterday. Oh no! Had to try the Reese's Easter eggs, white and milk chocolate. Both great. Ah, see, white and milk chocolate, two different ones. I don't think, have I got those? Don't know if I have, you know. I don't think I've got the white one. I'll have to look out for that. I think I've done the regular one. Ah, well, you know, it's not bad to go off your diet for that, I think, Jen, you know, just as a one-off. And definitely, at least they're a small, manageable size as well, you know what I mean? Unless you got a massive Easter egg, of course, but I still have my pound Reese's peanut butter cup. Is it half pound or a pound? I think it might be half pound or a pound. Basically 1,000 calories. It's just an ornament now. It's been there for about 3 years. No, it's perfectly fine. You know, need to dust it every now and again, but yeah. So where can we go from here? You think you regularly see the caramel and the just regular Freddos, but we do have more, and they're generally from Cadbury Australia. To be honest with you, I don't think we get these in the UK. So we'll show you what they are now. Let's just prepare my plate. So the first one, yeah, why not? Yes, let's have it. The Milky Top. Yes, there we go. Freddo Milky Top. There you go. So this is actually Cadbury Australia. I wonder if maybe it's a Cadbury Australia one as well, Andrew. Mind you, you said you got it yourself, didn't you? So I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll find out. Freddo Milky Top. Milk chocolate topped with white chocolate. There we go. 12 pieces, it says. Yeah. That's pretty good. Pretty interesting. So you can see it's Australia because they won't have it in won't have the calories in kilocalories, just in kilojoules. It's a bit of a pain, but there you go. So you basically quarter it is the rough gist of it. Per serving, 271 calories. 3.7 grams of fat, 2.2 of which are saturates. I don't know. So it might be a bit small, I think, because a quarter of that, you know, 50, 60 calories, something like that, 50 calories. Yeah, a bit more than that, actually, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, 740 to 120, about 70 calories, just under. Dairy milk chocolate, 61%, with white chocolate, 39%. There we go, 144 grams, and in fact, it tells you there, doesn't it, per 100 grams? Oh, that's the same, 540 calories. All right. Yeah, okay. So how much each one weighs? Not sure if it does. 12 grams, so a bit smaller, these ones, 12 grams as opposed to 19 grams or whatever. Enjoy the milky goodness. So quite an interesting one. Yes. Interesting, the split between milk and white. Not 50-50, but I guess the shape accounts for it. So you've had these before then, Oda. What do you reckon? Did you like these ones? What did you think? But there's not a 50-50 split, you say. Let's have a look then. Yeah, but they often do that in some of these products, don't they? The Cadbury in the UK anyway, with their like Easter products and things, you know, these spring editions, stuff like that. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. They're definitely the UK ones that got them because the chocolate's so different. That's true, it is. I think the let's see, I can't got like a weird thing. I think the Australian dairy milk is distinctly different. Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. That's very true. Right, let's have a look then. Let's give them an open. If I can. Can I open it without it going everywhere? I'm trying not to split it so it just goes everywhere. But that would be quite amusing, wouldn't it? But there we go. But I can't. Alright, I'm just going to rip it. Okay. Alright, so we've got, I think it's 12 of them. We'll just check we do have 12, because I'm like that, you know. But they are distinctly small, these ones. I guess you'd tell possibly by the size, Andrew. I'm not sure as well if they were different ones. We'd be interested to see what design these are, because these aren't brand new. Yeah, there you go. There's 12 of them. You can see 5 and 2 more. Yeah, right. Okay, so remove the others. I don't know if these are the standard size in Australia, or it's just a multi-pack size being smaller. I don't know. Right. Let's have a see then. Okay, let's give them a bit of an open. Pretty good. I'd say similar again. You know, they could just could just have the same wrapper size as the one and just fill it as the UK one. Let's see a bit of an open. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so completely different. Yeah, shape again. They're just the exact shape. There's no background this time, is there? Yeah, it's like the UK one that Andrew showed before. Let's see. I've still got the image somewhere. Let's have a look. Oop, that's not it. Where is it now? Here it is. There it is. Yes. So you can see there. This one. I mean, obviously, does have the rough, you know, look to him. Definitely doesn't look like Jabba the Hutt this time. But in fact, it might look a bit better than that one, than the new UK one. Actually, I think this one looks a bit better, actually, doesn't it? The new UK one looks a bit too I don't know, a bit too weird, I think. But it's the F on the shirt as well, isn't it? It's got the UK one there's got an F on the shirt. Yeah, you can see there it has an F on the shirt there. Yeah, interesting. In fact, that is weird actually, because when you think about it, the one Andrew shows there, the packaging on this one that I opened today has an F on the shirt, but the actual Freddo on the packaging, and the Freddo itself has on the packaging it's got Freddo on it, but on the actual thing it's got F. On mine, actually the one on the inside actually said Freddo on it rather than had the F. So it's kind of the other way around there. I don't think you can make that out. You can quite see that. So it's interesting, that isn't it? So basically got it the wrong way around. So on the wrapper of Andrew's, yeah, it has has Freddo but the F on the inside. And on mine it has an F on the packaging but has Freddo on the inside. So interesting that. Don't know what's going on there. Yeah, strange. Yeah, it's interesting. Right, let's have a look. Okay, right. So let's see, just that's a bit. Yeah, so interesting on this one. I think I don't know what to make. It looks okay. It looks like he's a bit shocked though, doesn't it? I don't really know. I think generally it's just an okay image, isn't it? Let's put it that way. It's not the you're not getting it for the image. Yeah, but like Oda said, not quite 50-50 there. I think you could make it 50-50, couldn't you? But it's probably just below the head. I don't know. Anyway, there we are. Yeah. Yes, you have new design Freddos the cupboard. Best before 2023. Yeah, same as mine. Yeah, you're probably right. The same factory's still catching up. Yeah, it could be. You would have thought they'd all be one, but yeah, interesting, isn't it? That though, interesting. You just think they'd all be the same. Why? Yeah, very very weird. Mind you, unless you have a standard sell-by date, maybe they just don't, like this sort of the Easter chocolate products and things. Cadbury just make it the 31st of July or something. Maybe they just for some chocolates, up until a certain point, it's just all November 2023 or something. Maybe it's something like that. Could be, regardless of when they were made. But it's still quite a long way in the future, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Let's have a look then. Let's see. Got the old Majiggery Poke here. I don't know which I prefer really. I mean, I think this way. I mean, you want it's just as much of a muchness. I don't know. 5.4, and then the height of this one, 8mm. And the width, a bit hard to measure the width. We'll do it rough at the arms, about 2.9. There we go. All right. Yeah, looks interesting. Looks interesting anyway. Now, can I snap it down the middle anywhere? Is it just literally? Okay, well, there's obviously milk chocolate there. All right, so you can see there's a bit of a centre there around the white chocolate as well. So it's a bit, yeah. Okay, so it's the white chocolate, milk chocolate surrounds the white chocolate slightly. So it's as if they've plugged it into the white chocolate, and it's probably a wise idea to do that, so it sticks together a bit better. But that looks like what they've done. So they had a little tab of milk chocolate sticking up, and they've plugged it into the white chocolate to sort of make it stick together a bit better, which makes sense, I think. Yeah. The new Freddo UK looks like he's jumping out of a bush at someone and saying, "Want to buy some?" Everybody's coaching with thousands of Freddos. Yeah, well, that could be. It just sort of, I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, it does look like he does on the packet, actually, doesn't it? With the hands sticking up. But yes, it's a bit. Oh, well, interesting designs. And hi there, Joe. Great to see you. How are you doing today? Yeah, good to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. How's yours going? First heard of Freddo on your channel. Yes, well, Lockhart, he's not here today, actually. I don't know where he's disappeared to. We might catch up at some point, but he's a very big fan of Freddo. So, yeah, maybe we'll watch it and catch up. But hello, Alan, if you're watching, catch up. Well, let's try this Milky Top one then, shall we? So, obviously, made it difficult for ourselves because maybe I'll just try another one. We'll have it... We'll just open the whole thing and eat it all at once. Why not? I think that's how it's probably meant to be. Obviously, if you're a kid, you might not do it that way, but I would. Yes. All right, let's give it a go. They've got a new one here. Same design by the look of it. In fact, it's a different design. He's not sort of cupping his face this time, which is quite good. Don't know what he's got there. He's got like a small frog or something. I don't know. Like I don't know, flour or something. Was that his hand come off? I don't know what I don't know what's going on. Anyway, all right, let's give it a go. Hmm. 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 Yes. Like Andrew said, the quality of the chocolate's vastly different. You can immediately tell it is not UK chocolate. It's not very nice, really. I think it's fair to say. It's okay. I don't know if Odo's a big fan from mentioning before. I had them before by the sounds of it, but for me, it's really not very good. It's. I mean, I've had sort of Australian dairy milk before. It tastes more like their dairy milk twirl actually this time. Obviously, when I've had their dairy milk twirl, it's usually been flavoured in such a way, or maybe it's the white chocolate or the mix of it. I'm not sure, but it's not coming across too great really. It's a bit. It reminds me of the caramel twirls a bit in a way, oddly. So I don't know if it's. I don't know how that is, but it's very yeah, not very pleasant. It's not very pleasant at all. It's just okay. I mean, it has like a sort of really sort of cheap chocolate taste to it, and I can't tell, is it the white chocolate? Let's just have a quick of a. Yeah, the white chocolate tastes a lot like the caramel almost actually, but in the twirl caramel. A bit like the twirling. The caramel's quite nice actually, so I'll take that back. It just tastes like it reminds me of the twirl chocolate. I think that's the weak link actually. Is probably more the white chocolate. I don't know. It's just not that. It's just not that nice actually. I don't know. I've had Cadbury's Australia various products, the white chocolate and the caramel as well, and the milk chocolate, and it's tasted generally better than this. I don't know what it is. This one just seems to be quite exaggerated in the it's not very pleasant taste. I don't know. It seems to come across a bit more than the other ones. I don't know if it's just because they've had other things in, and it's toned back the general iffiness of the quality of the chocolate, such as where the twirls have been aerated or mint flavouring. Yeah, I take it back about the caramel flavour actually. I think I'm just thinking generally. I've just got twirl caramel bites in my head, but I think of the regular twirl ones. I think really, not the caramel ones. Yes, it's not. They're not very good. These ones actually, to be honest with you, I don't know. They look great though, but they don't taste that nice. I think. I don't even think I can give them a 2 out of 5. They're just really not too great, to be honest with you. I think it has to be a 1.5 out of 5 for me. These ones, they just even if they don't taste that nice. The white chocolate doesn't taste overly nice, particularly. It's just not really not got much of a white chocolatey taste. It just doesn't taste very pleasant. I can't really even describe it as tasting much like white chocolate. It just doesn't taste that great. Did it say it was dream white chocolate? I think it might have done. I mean, this is white chocolate actually. So yeah, it's the it just says topped with white chocolate. And the milk chocolate just doesn't, the dairy milk doesn't taste that great either. I don't know if it's exactly the same as a regular dairy milk recipe, but it wasn't very pleasant. It just wasn't velvety, full-bodied, rich and tasty. Yeah, disappointing that one. I heard quite good things about the milky top one as well. But yeah, disappointing that. How much are individual, if I can speak, how much are individual Freddos these days? 25p or 30p? It's 25p, or the ones I bought were 25p. I'm not young enough to have a 10p, but when I was in primary school, I think they were 20p, maybe even possibly 15. Yeah. Crackers, maybe they've gone up quite a lot. It's fair to say, yeah. 10p. I think they were 10p when I was younger, but I'd say they were called Tazzies when I was younger. They weren't the same thing. Yeah, crackers really, and chomps and stuff like that. I think all the Cadburys are different. The Oz one is chalky. The Irish one tastes like twirl, and the South African one is a completely different taste again. I think the South African one, for me, at least when I tasted it, was a lot more similar to the UK one. Definitely, it was definitely nicer. But to me, the UK one's the nicest. Yeah, to you, the UK one's nice as well, Andrew. Yes, yeah. Well, I think we've grown up on it, haven't we? I think that's the gist. I know Americans like American chocolate a lot more than UK people do. So, you don't mind the Australian Dream Bar. If you eat it slowly, but like the Milky Bar Gold from Australia, it has a chalky texture. I don't think I minded it when I had it. I didn't love it though, but it definitely tasted better than that. I don't know. I don't know why it was. That one just didn't taste that great. Yeah, I didn't dislike it though. Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought it was all right. The new UK made Milky Bar Gold is the nicest blonde chocolate or caramel copy. If they do it right. But the Australian Cadbury caramel is really nicer than the UK one. Yes, UK Milky Bar Gold. I don't know if I've had that yet. I'm not sure. I got one today actually, but I don't think it's. Don't know if it's a UK one. Don't know if it's a UK one. Is the main target children, or they intend to appeal to adults as well? Well, I think the main target is children. They're meant to be like younger kids, cheap chocolate, so they can buy for quite cheap amounts of money, really. But you know, like I said, when I was young, 25p was the cost for an actual regular chocolate bar, you know. But nowadays it's these cheaper ones that, you know, yeah, the regular ones cost about 50 to 60, 70p or something like that. Yeah, it's crackers when you think about it, isn't it? Yeah, so there we go. I remember seeing a can of Coke in a machine for 50p and thinking that was extortionately expensive, and that's just that'd be a normal price now, cheap price. But Alan Lockhart, you know, Alan comes on the channel quite a lot. He's a very big fan of Freddos, so they do appeal to adults as well, basically. Yeah, they're not bad actually. Just a nice little snack product, you know. So not too bad. But yeah, so where can we go from there? Well, we do have more. We have the Freddo strawberry. Look at this. Milk chocolate with strawberry flavoured centre. But I think this is another Australian one, so we'll see. 12 pieces again. I think they've got smaller though again. Enjoy the milky goodness, it says. I've got the usual stuff here. So I think they are a bit smaller then. So milk chocolate 70% with strawberry flavoured filling, 30%. It's got apple colour. Yeah, right. Milk chocolate contains minimum cocoa size 27%. Milk size 24%. What did it say on the other one? 27%. Yeah. This was the milky top one, just going back for reference. Got one of the lots of stuff on it there. This was the milky top one. Milk chocolate contains minimum cocoa size 27%, milk size 24. White chocolate contains minimum cocoa size 23%, milk size 31. Right, there we go, yeah. Right. Yes. 25p a choc bar. Yes, when I was younger, the regular ones like Mars bars and things, yeah, about 25p. Yeah, so a lot cheaper. But that's you get one of these Freddos now, which is a budget chocolate bar for 25p now. Yeah. So yeah, it's crackers really. Yeah, prices have increased quite a lot. Yeah. So quite interested in these ones, but again, got the same design. You can see actually what it looks like there. Maybe it's an actual size one, that one. Per 100 grams, 478 calories, 21.5 grams of fat, 13.6 of which are saturates. There we go. All right, yeah. Wow, yes. Yeah, these are sort of very, yeah, they're basically sort of for kids, really, is the gist of it, you know, these ones, really. But as I say, adults can enjoy them as well. There's nothing necessarily there to stop adults, you know. Alright. Get into these again. We've got I'm trying to open it that way this time, it won't let me. Okay, there we go. So it's about the same as you want, but rather than milky top, we've got strawberry, so we'll pour them all out. Might be a bit of a strawberry smell coming from them. So I don't know if it's like a cream in there, we'll find out what the filling is. Let's just check we have got 12, I assume we have. Yeah, we do. I can quite make out. There's the extra 2. Yes. Wow, looks cheap, yeah. I don't know if, yes. So cheap in can mean looks a bit rubbish as well as actually looking cheap. So yeah, I don't know which one you mean there, Joe, but yes. But I guess both. I don't know, yeah. I guess it's synonymous anyway. Yes, I tried the strawberry ones years ago, but I thought the flavour was a bit subtle for me. And the taste of it was a bit like strawberry one in UK Roses. Yeah, but the taste it had, okay, interesting, yeah. I quite like that one, so hopefully we'll see. Yeah, so again we've got the, well there we go, he's got a tennis racket this time. Let's just put it on the main one. There we go, so I do have different designs, which is quite good, I like that. I mean, it looks a bit more reminiscent of the old UK one, but like Jabba the Hutt almost, yeah. But there we go. I guess he's got the frog's feet. Fair enough. Alright. Questionable designs in places, though, it has to be said. But anyway, yeah. Alright, so let's give it a bit of a measure then. Let's have a see. They're pretty good, pretty interesting, these ones. I mean, it's just a shame in the UK you just don't get that much variety of these. 5.5. In Australia, just doing so much more interesting things, aren't they? In the width. 2.8. If it was Cadbury UK dairy milk, I mean, it'd be so much nicer, wouldn't it? You know, so lovely. At 9mm in width there. All right, so we'll give a bit of a snap then. We'll see what he's like on the inside. Right, well, there's nothing there. Does seem to be a hint at perhaps a centre there, but yeah. Definitely just flavoured. Oh, there we go. So there's a bit of a fondant there, you know, at some point. Okay, so it's very, you know, doesn't go for very far in it, does it really? Let's put it that way. Mainly in the body, really, so just so you can see there. Just it's like a fondant cream sensor, presumably, or something along those lines. Interesting, yeah. I thought the South African Dairy Milk on its one on its own was quite different to the UK one. Now, I mean, maybe possibly, I don't know if I had it on its own. I can't recall now which one I had, but the texture was close to the UK one. It wasn't chalky, it was definitely a different taste. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, definitely. I preferred it a lot more than the Australian one. That's for sure. Yeah, the texture, I'd say there was no chalky taste. I don't know which one I had now. I didn't even think it was that different. I know. I thought it was not. If anything, probably not as nice. I don't know, but I can't remember. I wasn't struck by it being massively different in that case, but it probably wasn't quite as velvety. But yeah, but it was definitely closer than the Australian one for sure. Remember the price of the regular chocks from 20 years ago? Quite cheap, yeah. Well, nothing ever gets cheaper, does it? Always gets more expensive, that's for sure. On the whole, anyway. Yeah, that's what I bought when I had them. Not enough filling, not enough taste, but they're supposed to have pink cream, yeah. Interesting on that one, yeah, I don't know. It's got a slight pink tint to it, actually, but it is a bit more white. Yeah, interesting. Unless it's just gone a bit. Sometimes they do that really, where they go a bit funny. I've had it with the goo heads where they go a bit crystalline sometimes, you know, they solidify rather than thingy. So yeah. Poor Freddo, what did he do to deserve that treatment? I know. I know. What can I say? Been dissected. Well, they do it in schools, don't they? At least this way you can eat them afterwards. You know. What's he got here? Like a hook. I don't know what this one's about. Some kind of violent. I don't know what that could be though. Is he meant to be fishing or something? I guess it's fishing, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know. I know it's still very cheap, even for more, even though much more expensive. Well, I guess so. Yeah, this is it. It's not the worst, is it? It's still affordable, that's for sure. Yeah. All right. Well, unfortunately, we killed that Freddo, but let's well, we're gonna eat this one whole, I guess. So apologies, Jen, but yeah. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's see. Again, suffers from the similar to the other one. It's got that sort of dairy milk taste. It's a bit like Australia taste, where it's a bit of a funny one. I can't quite put my finger on how to describe the taste. It's just got a very, I think it's the milk basically gives it a funny taste. But like Andrew says, I can barely taste the strawberry sense. I really can't. You know, is it strawberry? Or is it strawberry? It's really subtle. There's not enough of it really. You can tell there's like some kind of cream there because it catches in the throat a bit. But yeah, really too subtle that really. They all look a bit strange, but it works for kids. Well, this is it. It's got interesting designs. They look quite good fun. And I think that's it, isn't it? It just got to, you know, it's just fun, isn't it? I mean, obviously, yeah, if you scrutinise them too much, you know, you find all sorts of issues. But I mean, you wouldn't really do that in reality, would you? Yeah. We had them a few years ago. It was a runny pink cream, but I didn't have much taste. These look a bit different. They don't have much strawberry taste, though. Yeah, they really don't. I mean, you can tell there's something, as I say, catch on the throat of things, but yeah, there's really not much taste there at all. I think it might be because the chocolate taste is quite strong, as in that sort of strange dairy milk taste they have there. But I think it's the milk that gives that funny taste. I think it is anyway. I've sometimes recognised it before where, I don't know, you can just kind of tell, and I think that's what it is really. My opinion anyway, I could be wrong there, but you know, these ones are okay. But again, they have the problem with the Australian dairy milk. I think it's going to be an issue with them really. Yeah, I think for me, I did give the other ones 1.5. They're not much better. I mean, to be honest with you, it's like Andrew says, you just can't really taste the strawberry cream. And I think if you could, it would definitely be something. But I don't know. I think the Australian dairy milk, it's really just apparent that it's not that great really in these, you know. So I think it's a 1.5 out of 5 again, unfortunately. Just not a very strong product, unfortunately. I was expecting something to be quite good there. But yeah, like Andrew said, you just don't get enough of the strawberry taste. Very disappointing, you know. Disappointing that. Well, can these be any better? Let's hope so. We've got some. I think these from Australia as well. We've got the party pack this time. There we go. The big share bag. So 18 this time, so hopefully 6 of each. With 3 flavours, so we've got the regular one, I think. So we can try the regular one. But it's got popping candy Freddo, hundreds of thousands of Freddo as well. I thought it was a strawberry one in here as well, but it's not, it's popping candy. So it does look very interesting. So again, another Australian import, so we might have the same problems, but we'll see. Cadbury Dairy Milk Freddo party share bag. The big share bag with 3 flavours inside, okay. Dairy Milk Freddo, it's got the regular one, so we'll try that one, see what it's like. Milk soy 24% minimum. It doesn't have palm oil in the Australian one. Cocoa soy 27% minimum. Popping candy Freddo. Dairy Milk chocolate 92% and popping candy 8%, so that's not bad. Milk soy 24% minimum, cocoa soy 27%. Hundreds of thousands. Dairy Milk chocolate with hundreds of thousands. 88% Dairy Milk chocolate. And 12% hundreds of thousands. Quite a lot there. That's quite a lot, I would say. Milk soy 24% minimum, cocoa soy 27% minimum. There's the calories there. You can see the difference there. So more calories in the... well, more calories for going from left to right. With Dairy Milk Freddo's got 533 per 100 grams. Popping candy, 523. 100,000 is 504. 30.4 grams of fat, 18.5 which are saturates, then 28.1, 70.1 which are saturates, then 26.8, 60.4 which are saturates, going from dairy milk to popping candy to hundreds of thousands. Serves per pack 18, so hopefully we've got 6 of each, and that's what we want. Interesting, yeah. I think it's either the milk or cocoa crumb. I remember someone saying once that the Irish Dairy were using the same cocoa crumb as UK 12, why they taste so similar. Interesting that, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm not expert enough to know what cocoa crumb is, but yes, it could well be that, yeah. I mean, I think, you know, yeah, it could be that, it could be, who knows, yeah. I mean, my impression is it's the milk, to be honest with you, but I would say I'm not an expert enough to know. Yeah, but, you know, so it could be that. It's definitely something quite distinct either way, isn't it, you know. But yeah, I must admit I've not heard of this cocoa crumb before, so who knows what that is, yeah. But you never know, it could be some kind of special secret ingredient now. Yes. It's not actually easy to pick an animal as a mascot for a chocolate band if you think maybe a cow would be most obvious. Well, milk could do the cow, don't you, I think? But yeah, maybe a cow would be. But then, yeah, you're right, really. It probably is a bit difficult. Yeah, it's a bit difficult, I guess. But I guess a cow, yeah. I'm trying to think what... I guess it's got the same... You just make the same thing with each one, wouldn't you? What you do is you just, as I say, caricature them, make them, well, anthropomorphize them or whatever you say. I can't pronounce that word very well. Make them sort of human-like I've done with Freddo the Frog. Yeah. Yeah, probably the milk and the cocoa you're using doesn't taste like the same cocoa. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably just a load of things, isn't it? It's just not the same. Yeah, it's just not the same. Yeah. I think you're right there, Andrew. Just generally just not the same. Alright, this one's open, which is good. Let's see if we've got... Interesting. There's quite a variety in here, actually. So we'll try and... that's quite good, actually. Opening this up, it does look a lot more exciting than the other ones, just because of having the different types. And I'm hoping there's 6 of each. And that's what they should do, really. I'm quite excited for these ones. I think it does look like a 6 of each, actually, so that's quite good. So I'll just try and sort them out. So just the way that they look quite interesting on the wrapper in this case. Yes, there we go. So I think there is 6 of each, which is good, because it's not guaranteed to be 6 of each. You'd think that it would be a certainty, but it's certainly not always the case. They're definitely better than used to be chocolate companies at having decent distribution. They used to be pretty terrible at it, but it's definitely something I've noticed that's improved over the years. I don't know if you can quite see there, but there's 6 of these. So what I'll do, I'll just move the camera a bit. There's 6. 6 of the one above, and 6 above that. There you go. There you are. Yep, not bad. Happy with that. Let's leave 1 of each. If we can. Yeah, definitely the UK ones. I think just a lot nicer generally. We'll see what these ones are like. You never know. We'll try the regular one first, the regular Freddo. See what that's about. Yeah. I used to think that maybe because it's so hot in Australia, a lot of the time they had to do something to the chocolate to make it less melty, which made it chalky. But that could be wrong. Well, I do know they do generally do that. That's definitely a thing in hotter countries. They definitely change the recipe to make it not melt as much. So yeah, that could definitely be a thing. Yeah, I know that it does make them a more of a chalky taste, I would imagine. Just thinking about it from a layman's point of view, you'd think. Yeah. Some of the old Lindor distribution was awful. Improved a lot since, but I remember it being really bad. Good to see the 666. Well, yes, sign of the devil, I guess, but there we go. Oh dear, so it could be a secret sign there from Cadbury Australia, couldn't it? But yeah, but exactly, yes. I know, yeah, Lindor. I think, I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, they definitely put more of the regular ones in, don't they, with Lindor? That's the problem. You know, if they have like like the milk chocolate ones and things. Like I had a Lindor advent calendar this year, and it had more. You know, I think every second door was a regular one, and the other, and you know, so it just meant you had more of those than the others, like the white chocolate ones and the salted caramel ones or whatever. So it's a bit of a shame that. Yeah. All right, looks pretty good, this one. Let's have a see. This is the regular one. Oh, no, it's not. We'll do the regular one first, which actually looks more exciting because of the fact that it's got this purple. I think it looks like it's got black currant in or something, but it's got like a picture of a bird in a tree. I don't know why that is, but it does. Really don't know why that is. I mean, I guess it's. I have no idea. Okay, right. But it does. All right, so let's give it with an open then. So it's obviously smaller than the UK one. Unfortunately, I only had one of the UK one, but you can kind of see roughly the UK Jabba the Hutt one that I had. Yeah, but yeah, there we go. That's just the top of it, of course. But yeah, right. We'll give it a quick measure then again, just for completeness' sake. We've done it with the others. I think it's going to be roughly the same size. I think these are all going to be roughly the same. 5.5 height. I feel like it wasn't as tall as one, 8.3. The width at the widest part about 2.9. Roughly the widest. Try that again just in case. Yeah, about 3 centimeters. A one-eyed bird, is that actually a type of bird or is it literally just got one eye? I've lost it now, where is it? Let's see. A one-eyed bird. Is that actually a type of bird there, Joe? It could be. Interesting, but definitely does have one eye on the, yeah. All right, let's give this one a go then, shall we? It's obviously just the Cadbury demo. Hopefully it'll taste better. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's more chocolate than the last lot for sure, but it's just not quite as it's got less flavour this time for whatever reason, which is a bonus because the flavour's not that great. So it tastes a bit better than the other ones, just probably by the fact that for some reason the flavour's toned down a bit more. But it's still got that same taste, you know, it's like a sort of, I mean, to me, which is why I think it's kind of the milk flavours, because it tastes a bit like an off milk. It's a bit like in the US almost, the way it sort of tastes a bit sort of sickly US chocolate. You know, known for tasting a bit like sick. It's a bit, you know, I mean, I don't quite find it that bad, but it's a bit like that. You know, it's just a bit like you know, it's a bit like, yeah, like the milk is just tastes a bit different, a bit wrong in a way. But you know, it could just because you're not used to it. But that's how it tastes like to me. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just a bit. It's okay. I mean, but it's not UK demo. It doesn't have that velvetiness, that full bodiedness, that lovely sort of indulgent taste that the UK one has. I think for me, you know, yeah, I mean, it's a bit better than the other ones because it doesn't taste quite as, the taste flavour's a bit less pronounced than the other ones, for whatever reason that is. Makes no sense really, but for some reason it is. So I think for me, but it's still a 1.5 out of 5. It's just not that pleasant really. It's not a great chocolate. I think most UK chocolate own brand type things, you know, are not that bad actually and taste better than this. So I can't really say it's just below average. Yeah. We actually have the Nestle Choc box here for Christmas, or from Christmas. Hopefully it didn't become a big massive choc yet. It's been very warm where you are, Joe, so I mean, you know, there is that chance. I mean, as long as you don't disturb it, I think generally they're okay. I mean, it depends how hot it gets, of course. We've had some quite hot times in the UK here, and it's been very sort of, you know, warm in my house, you know, because obviously the house just amplifies the temperature even more. And basically, the chocolate survived pretty well, actually. As long as I didn't touch it, you know, it doesn't get sort of manipulated and things. It generally stays the way it is, but obviously, you know, yeah. But if you have a nice breeze and things, it might help. But yeah, might be one to be careful of. Just don't manipulate it, I think. But since it's in a box, it might be okay. I was at a wedding when I was a little kid, and there were Hershey bars on the tables, and everyone thought it was horrible. I know, years later, I bought a bar of regular Hershey milk chocolate. Thought it was okay, just bland, but I think Americans accept we have better chocolate. Well, it's one of those, isn't it? I remember seeing some show where I think they were talking about chocolate and saying, you know, the American chocolate just doesn't have a very nice taste. It had a load of UK people tasting it and said, oh, it's horrible. But they said, but it is popular with some people, and had loads of Americans tasting it and they loved it, you know. So I think it's just what you're brought up on, isn't it? If you're just brought up on something, you know, generally. But it's like you say, well, I know like a lot of people who taste UK chocolate think it's very sweet and, you know, because just never had it before, I guess. So I don't know. Not sure what to make of it, really. But I definitely do prefer the UK chocolate for sure. Yeah. All right, we'll try the hundreds of thousands next, because the popping candy will linger on probably. Yes. There was a 3-month period where videos had slightly melted chocolate. Yeah, there was a bit I think it's because, well, sometimes it just happens anyway, because when I review the chocolate, it gets quite warm anyway, because I've got the lights coming on, and when I'm holding it and manipulating it. So I think it generally happens anyway, but, you know, you can tell the difference where, yeah, you know, where it's actually from when it's melted. And I've not had that, actually. Yeah, so just sometimes, even now, for instance, you just get melty fingers. I mean, it's not been so bad today, but I will get it on my fingers. It's just, that's just always going to be the case with the channel, really, unfortunately, yeah. But it's never been, I've never actually done, I think if I did have anything that was melted, which I haven't, I think there was only one bar, I think, in the time where it's actually been, it warped a bit, and I think that was a Reese's peanut butter one, and I didn't review, I actually bought another one of that, so I've still got it in the stash. I think I've still got both in the stash, actually, but even though it wasn't melted, it just warped, I think because of the Reese's peanut butter in the middle, I think. So that's never happened. Yeah, that's just because of me handling it. Yeah. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. Even in the winter time, because I've got the heating on and stuff like that, I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. But it's not too bad. I think it's acceptable, that. Often when I see American people review UK snacks, they really love our dairy milk. But the two things I hate are Fry's Turkish Delight, like soap, and Cadbury's Flake, like tree bark. Like Cadbury's Flake, eh? Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? I really like the texture of Cadbury's Flake. I can understand, you know, the odd consistency, sort of, but not like tree bark. Yeah, that's interesting, that. I actually really like Cadbury's Flake. Speaking of which, I did get a flake today, a caramel flake. I think I'd had it before, but I think I never got around to reviewing it. I think I probably ate it at the time. So it came around again, so I got a caramel flake to the review as well. I got that from B&M today. But like so, well, Turkish Delight is definitely well, it's not quite a Marmite love or hate it, but it's not far from it, is it, Turkish Delight? Especially the Fry's Turkish Delight. I quite like regular Turkish Delight, but Fry's is a bit... I know you love it, Andrew, but yeah, I don't know. It's not so bad, but I prefer general Turkish Delight for sure. All right, let's try the hundreds of thousands then. Let's go. Okay. Oop, well, this one's... I didn't do that then. His head's fallen off before I even do it. Well, it gives us a handy... I mean, look at that, actually. I quite like that. I don't know if you can see there, but it's not like nice and colourful. At least the this bit that's on the main camera. Nice and colourful there. I think that's pretty good, that. Yeah, it's pretty good. I quite like that. Yeah, I quite like that. That's quite nice. I think, obviously I can't really... Is it worth me? I'll open another one just to measure it, just for the, you know, hopefully this one won't be broken. I guess it's a bit weaker maybe because of the fact it's got hundreds of thousands in it. It might sort of undermine the integrity of it, or whatever you want to say. 5.4 in height. In width, roughly the widest part, or what could be the widest part maybe, about 2.8. In height, about 7.7 millimeters. Interesting. Yeah. Alright, not bad, this one. I think we need to give this one a taste. Looks quite interesting. Caramel Flake is very, very nice. Yes, I've got that one. Yeah, yeah. I'll have to get that reviewed soon, I think, for sure. Oh, it does look very good. Yeah. Most people prefer Fry's to regular Turkish Delights because it's less taste and a softer texture plus chocolate. But it depends if you like Turkish Delight from Fry's. One will taste like an imitation. Yeah. I think it's just about the other one's coating. I don't know. It just, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really... I don't hate it, but yeah, I definitely prefer regular, just regular Turkish Delight. I mean, it's just the fact. I think the thing with it is, it's also the lack of that the sugar coating and things like this. You know, think that's quite a nice part of Turkish Delight as well, which it doesn't have, you know. So while it does have chocolate, I don't know. I think the sugar coating is kind of the big thing for me, I think. Interesting though. All right, let's give this one a go then. Let's see. Let's give it a taste. Well, I think we know for sure the first thing I'm going to say is the chocolate. I mean, it's just basically got a crunch in this one. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not great either. It's just got a bit of a crunch in it. It's still got the same problems as the other one, but I think it's got a bit more of a sweetness to it because of the hundreds and thousands, so it has a bit more to it. But it's largely the same as the other ones. It's not amazingly great. It's it's just okay. You know what I mean? It's just okay. I think the problem with it is though that it's just got that chocolate again, you know, and it's just not the nicest chocolate. I mean, it's made a bit nicer this time because of the fact that it has those hundreds of thousands in it. It just adds a bit of sweetness, but it's not. It's still got a slight, you know, sourness to the chocolatey taste or whatever you want to call it or describe it as. I think for me, I think it's still probably. I'm going to slightly improve this one, but I think it's still really it's still more or less a 1.5 out of 5. But maybe, in fact, you know, yeah, I think still 1.5 out of 5. It's still not that great. It's just the chocolate, unfortunately. I've never really, you know, I've always had Australian dairy milk before, but it's been with something and it's been a bit less prominent than this, I guess. But in this case, it's just it's really not coming out very well at all. I'm quite disappointed with it. I was expecting a lot more from these, but yeah, this one. Not too enamoured by that at all. Well, let's see if the popping candy one's any better. You never know. You never know. You never know. You can hope. There you go. So another Freddo. A little bit funny one, this one. It's quite sticky, actually. It seems to be... I don't know. It's a bit of a warty frog, this one, I think. It's fair to say. Don't know what's happened to this one, but yeah. We'll do the old measurement treatment again. Just to do it. 5.4 9mm, and the width about 2.8. Okay, all right, let's give it a bit of a snap then. We'll just again, it's got like sort of white crystals in there, you can see. Here we go, popping candy. I think we're going to hit the same problem as the rest of them, guys, I think, to be honest with you, but we'll... I don't think there's going to be enough in here to change the taste of it, but you never know. Let's give it a try then. Let's just remove that camera image. Okay, let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Okay. Bit softer, this one, for some reason. This one comes across as a bit better, actually. Only just, but a bit better. It's strange, actually. The popping candy bits give it a bit of a... I wouldn't say a chew, but... They give it a different texture, actually. And it definitely improves it. Which is really surprising, because I don't think it make any difference whatsoever. It's not really popping, though, so I don't know whether that one's a bit of a funny one. And, whether that's why I gave it the funny appearance or whatever, but it definitely... isn't popping. I don't know if that one had already popped. Let's just try another one. I'm guessing the crunch is from the popping candy, but it isn't really popping. Definitely, definitely in date, yeah. And maybe they're not in date, these ones, because the pops have all popped, but it's 22nd of the 2nd, 23. I don't know. Interesting, this one. It's just, yeah, it's as if the pop doesn't quite work. I don't know. It's funny as well on the inside, because it's got like a sort of residue there as well. I don't know what that can be. This is just chocolate. Strange one, those. They're not really popping. What could detect something, but yeah. Interesting. Got a bit more of a texture, these ones. I mean, assuming the pop's meant to pop, I mean, that would have made a bit of a difference, I guess, but gets in my throat a bit as well. It's obviously that sort of popping candy consistency's a bit of a funny one. Yeah. I don't know. Another, not. I mean, it's better than the others, I think, basically. But the chocolate's still nothing great. But in this case, I really couldn't. I think this is how it's a bit more like the normal or the regular dairy milk bars have had sort of like have had some kind of accompanying sensor as well. And it's been a bit more like this, where it's been a bit harder to detect the shortcomings of the chocolate because of the filling, and I think that's definitely the case here. So yeah, I think for me it's about 2 out of 5. That one, it's a bit better, that one, but lack of a pop as well was a bit disappointing, doesn't it? I mean, I tried 2 of them, and neither of them had any pops, so it's a bit disappointing, that one. Yeah, again, but a bit better. I'm getting a slight pop every now and again, but strange. Yeah, very strange. Maybe the popping candy's adding a little sweetness. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think I mentioned that a second ago. I think it's just adding a bit more of a, yeah, it's just adding something to it to improve the taste slightly, I think. Which I think it needs, as they take away that, which I guess is a bit of a sour taste. Definitely a bit better, that. Yeah, it adds to it, but it's still, unfortunately, not that great. Yeah, shame. Massive difference. The UK one's definitely better. You're talking 3.5, 4 for the UK ones. I only gave the regular one at 3.5 just because it was a bit smaller of a bite than the sort of like a regular dairy milk. But yeah, the UK ones are a lot better in a different league, really. It's a shame to do all the different varieties in the UK. I think you definitely have something interesting there. But yeah, the Australian ones for me, I don't know. You've just got to like the Australian dairy milk. If you like the Australian dairy milk, I think you can raise all these up by 2 stars each. Maybe. Well, 1 star each, I think. Maybe 1.5. But yeah, I think and just not that. Unfortunately, they're just not that good. Yeah, it's a shame, really, isn't it? It's a real shame. And Australian chocolate, I've reviewed plenty of Australian chocolate bars on this channel, just Australian dairy milks, and they've all been not been amazing, for the most part. And some of them have been really good, but the dairy milk ones generally, but they've still been okay. But these ones, yeah, other than I think one actually was terrible because it had like a sort of mint, crispy bits inside that taste like eating hailstone. They were just ridiculously hard. Other than that, yeah, no, disappointing. Yeah, disappointing. Guess just like their choc different. I think that's it. Well, this is it. It's like I was saying before. It's like the US chocolate as well is different again. It's just what you're used to, isn't it? And I think, in the UK, generally not used to it and generally prefer other more sweeter chocolate or whatever. But yeah, but there you go. Interesting, though. But not for me, unfortunately. Not for me. So, shame about that. Apologies to any Australians watching or any fans of them. Don't mean to disappoint you there, but yeah, not for me, unfortunately. But let me know what you think as well if you're watching now or in the or after the event in the comments or whatever. It'd be great to hear what your thoughts are as well, what you think of UK chocolate generally. But there we go. But there we are, guys. I think that brings us to the end of this Freddo special. We've quite a variety there. Some better than others for sure. I think the UK ones definitely were the ones to have in my opinion. But yeah, I guess it depends on what your preference for chocolate is. But for me, they definitely stood out a lot more. Alright guys, it was about a 6-second delay, so between what I say and what I can see. So unfortunately I might have gone by the time you've sent a comment, so I'm not ignoring you if you have sent anything after this point. But I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks for watching everyone. Great to see you, Andrew, Oda, yes, and Jao as well, and Jen. Anyone else who's watching as well, really good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you have a lovely day. Yes, it's been great to chat with you all. Thank you for a peaceful and have a peaceful weekend. No, you too, Jao. Have a great one. Yeah, I'll see you next time, everyone. Thanks again, Jao. Thanks everyone else for watching. Really, really is appreciated. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, see you next time. See you later. Bye for now.